press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, subject EVS, topic nature of matter, class 5th. Okay, in this class we study about mass, density and pressure. Okay, first we study about mass. Okay, see here children, page number 148. 148, open your book. See here, we have one activity also. Activity, measure the weight of different objects using physical balance in your school. Okay, with your friends. And note down the weight. For example, rice 5 kg. Okay, see here children, let's get started with mass. So the activity, okay, measure the weight. So they have asked us, note down the weight of different objects, isn't it? Okay, whenever go out shop to buy vegetables or groceries, most of them will be measured in kgs. Okay, you want to buy rice, you say I want 5 kg rice, isn't it? If you want to buy rice or ragi, okay, you say I want 5 kg rice or ragi, wheat, okay children, yes, and or 10 kg of rice and 1 kg of rice, so on. Similarly, you want to buy vegetables. If you want to buy vegetables, I need a half kg of tomato. In this activity, they have asked us to different objects in your school and mark their weights. You see different objects in your school and mark their weights here. Okay, so they have given example. So there is rice, weight that is 5 kilogram, isn't it children? Rice weight 5 kilogram, 5 kg, 5 kilogram. Okay, similarly you can find out the other objects like duster, groundnut and etc. Okay, and then see here children, mass is the total quantity. What is mass children? Mass is the total quantity of matter cohering together to make an object or a substance. The mass is measured in terms of weight. The SI unit of mass is kilogram. SI unit of mass is what children? Unit of mass is kilogram. Okay, kilogram or kg. Okay, see here once again, the SI unit of mass is kilogram, kg. Okay children, kg means what? Kilogram, kilogram. Okay, mass is the total quantity of matter cohering together to make an object or a substance. Okay, the mass is measured in terms of weight. The SI unit of mass is kilogram or kg. Okay children, see here, mass, it is a total quantity of matter. Mass is a total quantity of matter. Okay, so matter is another name for materials, like we learned children, it cohering together. It means whether existing together, sticking to one and another. Okay children, cohering means what? Sticking to one another, okay, to make an object or a substance. The SI unit of mass is kilogram. The SI unit of mass is kilogram, kg. Okay, it means what? It means International System of Units. It means what, children? International System of Units. International System of Units. Okay. SI unit mean what, children? International System of Units. Okay. Once again, so SI units are created to make sure that why we created SI unit, children? SI units are created to make sure that there is standard all over the world. Okay. So supposing when grow up, you go you go out studies there. Okay, you want to buy rice. There also you can see the term for mass, that is kilogram, isn't it? Here they have given to the conversion value of different weights. So 1000 milligram is 1 gram. 1000 milligram. See here, children. So 1000 milligram is equal to 1 gram. Understood, children? 1000 milligram is equal to 1 gram. So you have to know the milli always means if you put 1000 millis together, you get one of anything. Okay, you get one of anything, children. Okay. So 1000 milligram is 1 gram. 1000 milligram is 1 gram. Okay, children. Next. So 1000 milligram is 1 gram. 1000 gram is 1 kilogram. See here, children. 1000 gram. Only 1000 gram is 1 kg. Once again, see here, children. 1000 milligram is 1 gram. Okay. 1000 gram is 1 kg. And then 100 kg is 1 quintal. 100 kg. 100 kilogram is 1 quintal. 100 kilogram. 100 kilogram. 100 kg or 100 kilogram is 1 quintal. 1 quintal. Okay, children. And then 1000 kg is 1 ton. 1000 kg kilogram is 1 ton. Okay. Once again, see here, children. 1000 milligram is 1 gram. 1000 gram is 1 kilogram. Okay. 100 kilogram is 1 quintal. And 1000 kg is 1 ton. See here, 1000 milligram is equal to 1 gram. Okay. 1000 gram is equal to 1 kg. 100 kg is equal to 1 quintal. 1000 kg is equal to 1 ton. Okay. See here. Okay. And then you have the next activity is 149 page number, children. Learn from the elders about the tools used to measure the quantity of objects in olden days and write here. Okay. Rice in pav. Rice measured in pav in olden days, isn't it, children? Okay. Similarly, you can find out different objects, quantity tools and write them here. Okay. See here. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಯಾವುದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? ಮಾಸ್. ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ರಾಶಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ? ರಾಶಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಕವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಕಣಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತವನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ರಾಶಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್, ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಕವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಕಣಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತವನ್ನು ಕಣಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತವನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಾಶಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ತೂಕದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ತಿಳಿಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬಹುದು. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ತೂಕದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬಹುದು. ರಾಶಿಯ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಾನ ಕಿಲೋಗ್ರಾಮ್, kg. ಓಕೆ, the SI unit of mass is kilogram, kg. Okay, next children, we study about density. Next point is density. ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ. See here children, density, it is generally said that the cotton is light. And iron is heavy. Okay, we also know that children, it is generally said that the cotton is very light, isn't it? And iron is very heavy. Okay, why children? Right here, when two objects of same size are measured, one may weigh more and other may weigh less, isn't it children? Yes, here we see cotton is very light and iron is very heavy. Generally we say that the density of less weighing objects will be less and the density of more weighing objects will be more. Once again children, see here, we say it lighter, isn't it children? It is because cotton is easier to lift. It is very light. Which is very light children? Cotton is very light. Cotton, when we measure children, it is very light. Cotton is very light and iron is very heavy. Iron is very heavy. Okay. Cotton is very light and iron is very heavy children. Okay, for example, it is because cotton is easier to lift, so we say it is lighter. Okay, but iron more difficult to lift, isn't it? That's why we can say that it is very heavier or heavy children. Okay, similarly you can take some handful of cotton and try to lift it, and then handful of iron and then try to lift that. Okay children, we can see that iron is heavier. We feel, isn't it children? Iron is heavier than cotton. Okay, so why is this case both of them same size? Why iron heavier than cotton children? Let us find out. Okay, generally we say that the density of less weighing object is less and the density of more weighing objects will be more. Okay, they are saying that density of objects which very less is lesser and density of objects which weigh more is more. So what exactly is this density children? Okay, let us find that answer. Activity 149 children, page number. See here, pour a cup of water and a cup of oil into a glass jar. They would not mix together and will be seen separately. Why? So as you can see in this image children, shown here. Okay, open your book, page number 149. See here children, on the top you can see that this oil and on the bottom it is water. Okay, so why in this case oil and water don't mix? Why children? Water and water and oil, they are not mixing. They are not mixing together at all. Why? The reason for this is oil molecules and water molecules are different polar nature. Okay, they have different nature. So you will learn about polarity of molecules in your higher classes, children. Okay. So children, what is density? What is density, children? It means similarly in any substance, number of particles. If no particles is less, it is called as lower density. Similarly, in any substance, number of particles, if no particles in less, it called as lower density. Distribution like that, rarely distributed. Here, rarely distributed particles, rarely means what, children? There is difference between them. There is distance between them. Once again, children, see here, distribution like the rarely distributed particles, rarely means there is distance between them. Here we see distance. Okay. And then, so you have placed less particles in an object and there is more distance between the object, then it is called as less density. Okay. And if there is a very dense distribution, very closed, very dense distribution of particles, that means there is less distance. Isn't it, children? Here we see less distance. And there is more number of particles. Here we lot of particles, more number of particles. Okay. Density is the amount of mass continued in unit volume. Understood, children? Density is the amount of mass contained in a unit volume. Generally, density of the solid is more than that of the liquid, and the density liquid is more than that of the gas. Okay. The mass of an object weight in gram in 1 cubic meter of its volume is called density. What is density, children? The mass of an object in 1 cubic meter of its volume is called density. SI unit of density is kilogram per cubic meter. SI unit of density is kg, kilogram per cubic meter, kilogram per cubic meter. Okay, children, what is SI unit of density, children? The SI unit of density is kilogram per cubic meter. 1 cubic meter of its volume is called density. Once again, what is mass? What is density, children? The mass of an object in 1 cubic meter of its volume is called density. SI unit of density is kilogram per cubic meter. Kilogram per cubic meter. It is the density of, it is the SI unit of density. Okay. Yes. See here, children. Now let us go to this activity. Think which one is heavier. So we know 1 kg is the same. The weight of 1 kg is the same. Let us iron or cotton. Whether you are lifting iron or lifting cotton, 1 kg same. So they are both of the same. Isn't it, children? Both of the same weight, but the size cotton would be bigger than the iron. Only size. Okay. But we see here the size cotton would be bigger than iron. If both are the 1 kg weight, then the size of cotton is greater. You have more cotton than iron. Okay. Now let us understand, children, the mass more. Okay, the mass more. The mass of an object or the weight in grams in cubic meter of its value, okay, is called density. The mass of an object or the weight in grams in cubic meter of its value, in cubic meter of its value is called density. Okay. So, we learned that density is the amount of mass contained in unit volume. Okay. Density is equal to mass in volume. Density is equal to mass in value. In volume. Okay, so mass contained in unit value. See here, children, ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ. ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹತ್ತಿಯು ಹಗುರವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು, ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಹಗುರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಬ್ಬಿಣವು ತುಂಬ ಭಾರ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಳತೆಯ ಕಬ್ಬಿಣವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದುಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಹೇಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ? ತುಂಬ ಭಾರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಎರಡು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಲು ಕಾರಣ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ಹತ್ತಿ ಹಗುರವಾಗಿದೆ, ಕಬ್ಬಿಣ ಭಾರ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಮಗಾತ್ರದ ಎರಡೂ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು, ಅಂದರೆ ಸಮ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎರಡೂ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ತೂಕ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದರ ತೂಕ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದರ ತೂಕ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ತೂಕ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುವ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ತೂಕವಿರುವ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಏಕಮಾನ ಗಾತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ರಾಶಿಯೇ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ. ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಏಕಮಾನ ಗಾತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ರಾಶಿಯೇ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅನಿಲ ವಸ್ತುವಿಗಿಂತ ದ್ರವ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆಯು ಮತ್ತೆ ದ್ರವ ವಸ್ತುವಿಗಿಂತ ಘನವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅನಿಲ ವಸ್ತುವಿಗಿಂತ ದ್ರವ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆಯು ಮತ್ತು ದ್ರವ ವಸ್ತುವಿಗಿಂತ ಘನವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, 1 ಘನ ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಗಾತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿನ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ರಾಶಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತೂಕ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಎನ್ನುವರು. ಆ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆಯ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏನು? ಕಿಲೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಪರ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬಿಕ್ ಮೀಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, okay, see here, children. So they are saying the mass of an object in grams. We know that we can measure mass in grams, isn't it, children? Yes. If the mass is an object in grams present in 1 cubic meter. If the mass is an object in grams present in 1 cubic meter. So 1 cubic meter of volume you take and you see how much mass is there in it. This is called as density of an object. Okay, and SI unit of density is what, children? Kilogram per meter cubic. Okay, so let us look into this activity, children. Page number 150. List the object with less and higher density. Okay, less density. They have given as for example oil and water. Children, see here, oil is the less density. Okay, oil is the less density, water is the high density, isn't it? So next example is cotton. Okay, I give here cotton. Cotton is less density, cotton is the less density, iron is the heavy density, for example iron. Okay, see here, and feathers is of birds are very light, isn't it children? Very light and very less density. If you heavier, bones are the heavier density, isn't it children? For example, if you take a bird, for example, the feathers are lesser density and bones are heavier density. Okay, you have to write feathers. Example for less density and bones. Example for heavier or high density. Okay children, okay, and then next we study about pressure. Pressure. Okay. Pressure means ಒತ್ತಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay. See here children, here we have activity. Take a tumbler containing water, place a blade horizontally. It floats. Once again, place a blade horizontally, it floats. Place the same blade perpendicular to the surface of water. See what happened children. Even though the mass of the blade is same, the mass of the blade is same, it floats in the former case but sinks in the later case. Okay children, when the blade is placed horizontally, its mass is distributed over a wider area. Okay, therefore mass per unit area is less and hence it floats. Okay, when the blade is kept perpendicular to the water surface, what happened? It sinks. The mass is distributed over a small area. Okay, therefore the consequence depends upon mass per unit area. This is called pressure. Pressure is the force exerted on a unit area. Okay. See here, when an object is immersed in water, it exerts a downward force on water, and the water in turn exerts an upward force or upward thrust on the objects. If the upward force exerted and the object is more than the downward force, okay, then the objects float. This upward force exerted is called buoyancy. Okay children, write names of any 4 objects which float on water. I can leave to you children. Okay, right here. Some objects float in water and some objects sink in water. Okay children, see here 152. Here also we have activity, fill water in a glass jar as shown in the picture. Okay, then put marble, coin, dried leaf, wooden plank, straw, etc. in the jar. Ask your friends to tell what happened to each object that you have put in water by observing it. Okay children, here we see some objects float in water and some sink in water. Okay, see here, some objects dissolve in water. This is called solubility. Which objects dissolve in water? This is called solubility. Some objects dissolve in water. It is called solubility. Some objects do not dissolve in water. For example, see here children, salt, sand, sugar, kerosene, turmeric powder, sugar, candy, coconut oil, milk. Okay, here we see some objects dissolve in water and some objects do not dissolve in water. Isn't it children? Put the given, okay, this activity also I leave to you children right here. Okay. Based on the arrangement of based on the arrangements of particles, matter is identified in 3 physical states. Okay children, once again, based on the arrangements of particles, matter is identified in 3 physical states. For example, solids, liquids and gases. Okay, apart from this, matter can be classified as elements, compounds and mixtures. You will learn about this classification in the next class or in the next lesson children. Okay, see here, pressure ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಒತ್ತಡ. ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲೇಡ್ನ ರಾಶಿ ಒಂದೇ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಮಾನಾಂತರವಾಗಿ ಇರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನೀರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ತೇಲುತ್ತೆ. ಪಾತಾಳಿಗೆ ಲಂಬವಾಗಿ ಇರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅಥವಾ ಬುಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಲಂಬವಾಗಿ ಇಳಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಮುಳುಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಲೇಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಮಾನಾಂತರವಾಗಿ ಇರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದರ ರಾಶಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಹರಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅದು ನೀರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ತೇಲುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಲಮಾನ ವಿಸ್ತೀರ್ಣಕ್ಕೆ ಬೀಳುವ ರಾಶಿಯು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಅದು ತೇಲುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಲಮಾನ ವಿಸ್ತೀರ್ಣಕ್ಕೆ ಬೀಳುವ ರಾಶಿಯು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನೀರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ತೇಲುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ಲೇಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬುಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪಾತಾಳಿಗೆ ಲಂಬವಾಗಿ ಇರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಮುಳುಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ರಾಶಿಯು ಸಣ್ಣ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅದು ಮುಳುಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಏಕಮಾನ ವಿಸ್ತೀರ್ಣದ ಮೇಲಿರುವ ರಾಶಿಯನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏಕಮಾನ ವಿಸ್ತೀರ್ಣದ ಮೇಲಿರುವ ರಾಶಿಯನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನೇ ಒತ್ತಡ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಏಕಮಾನ ಪ್ರದೇಶದ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಿಸಲ್ಪಡುವ ಬಲವೇ ಒತ್ತಡ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವಸ್ತು ನೀರಿಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅದು ಕೆಳಮುಖ ಬಲವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಯೋಗಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೇಲ್ಮುಖವಾಗಿ ಬಲ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇಲ್ಮುಖ ತಳ್ಳುಬಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದರೆ ವಸ್ತುವು ನೀರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ತೇಲುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮೇಲ್ಮುಖ ತಳ್ಳುವ ಬಲಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲವನತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.